Hi friends, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and we are squished in between eclipses currently, and so I want to speak to the new eclipse coming up, the next eclipse coming up on Monday, April 8th, right around 11, let me have the chart right here, 11:20 a.m. Pacific, happening at 19 degrees of Aries. It's a total solar eclipse, and this represents a new moon. Anytime we have a total solar eclipse, there's a new moon happening in our sky. So it represents new beginnings, and it can feel like this extra charged, more intense um, clearing of the way, powerful new moon coming in. So first things first, I'd love for you to look in your own natal chart and find where 19 degrees of Aries lands, what house it lands in. That is the area of life that is going to be affected by this particular eclipse for you. Okay. And so then we have a way of sort of understand, it's like giving ourselves a map for the eclipse, like what area of life is going to be affected by this. So 19 degrees Aries, plug it into your chart. What house is being woken up by this particular eclipse? Now it's in Aries, and Aries tells us, shows us, teaches us how to be strong, how to be courageous, how to be brave. Aries wants us to take leadership of something. Aries wants us to step into our own strong independence. Aries wants us to fight for what we're passionate about and what we believe in, right? So those energies are going to be swirling come this new eclipse happening on April 8th. And it's an invitation to really step into your own independence and speak up for yourself, and how to find almost like a new way of being. Aries says, I am. And so this idea of who am I coming in with this eclipse? Who do I want to be? How do I make my presence known in this world? How do I stand on my own 2 feet? How do I embody this energy of Aries, this warrior, right? All of those questions are going to be up. Who am I? I am, says Aries. So whatever house this eclipse is affecting for you, that is the area of life to step into your leadership, to use your voice, to fight for yourself or fight for what you're passionate about with this particular eclipse coming in. Now, eclipses open doorways, they clear things up. Everything is sort of amplified and sped up a bit, right? So we want to we want to have our grounding practices in place. Um, there could be a new pathway opening up for you. It's a change of course. Now with this particular eclipse too, I'm just looking at the chart here. It's meeting up with Chiron, and this is huge because Chiron is nicknamed the wounded healer. And so the trigger, the wound, the thing that gets under your skin is definitely shown with this particular eclipse. So that will surface. And then once it surfaces and shows itself, then we can start working on the healing of it. So it could be this eclipse, this new moon could be a little bit tender for a lot of us. The thing that really sort of, like I said, gets under our skin is going to be present. And so it's looking at that and being gentle with that part of ourself and looking at that part of ourself, whatever surfaces, with eyes of compassion, with eyes of tenderness, and take the healing steps, being brave enough, Aries, to take the healing steps, um, to soothe some of that, to heal some of that, right? With Chiron in the midst of this eclipse. It can feel really intense. Now, eclipses can be really loud for some people and really subtle for others. Most likely, the ones who are going to feel this the most, certainly Aries, as well as Libra, as well as Capricorn, as well as Cancer. If you have any planets or your rising sign around 19 degrees of any of those 4 signs, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, this eclipse is going to activate something in your chart. I would give or take 5-ish degrees on either side of 19 in those 4 cardinal signs. That this eclipse will certainly wake something up for you, and it'll probably be a little bit louder than it is for those of us that don't have a lot of cardinal energy in our chart. Okay. So go slow, be present. It's a time of introspection. It's a time of doing your inner work. It's a time of being really mindful of what is presenting itself and showing up and dancing with it, right? Okay, you guys, enjoy, and I will be back the following week. Thank you.